It's the first thing you do when you sit down at a restaurant. You look at the menu. What do you feel like eating? What are the specials? Here's my question to you. How much does the price of a menu item play into what you order?
So let's talk about that. How much does price play into what you order on any given night out?
I think it probably depends if it's just really expensive. Because if it's kind of within like a 10 to 20 range of where I was expecting to spend, I won't care about that.
I think I'd look, whenever you look and it says market price, like for fish, or if
You steer clear of that one?
or if you look, or steaks, I look for those because everything else is usually fairly affordable, and you know what you're getting when you go to certain restaurants.
Right. I was going to say I do try to look at the menu beforehand, but if I do see something that is like a chef's choice or something, and they say it's really good, I might go for it anyway.
And I was going to ask, like, is there a threshold? Like, if you're at like a regular like chain kind of restaurant, and you're like, well, I like this and I like this, but this one's like $3 cheaper. Do you go with that, or do you just go with this is what I want to eat today?
What I want to eat.
Yeah.
This is what I want to eat today. Okay. All right. So now I want to know what you think about this, because would it change what you ordered if you knew that the restaurant was charging you a service fee over and above the tip? Let's listen.
We see first, like, okay, what's on the menu? How much is this going to cost? We consider all those things. So like a service charge can we want to consider that as well if that's part of the deal.
Right, because it's going to add to your bill. An added service charge has kind of been the norm, but this year, California is going to ban added fees, and not just at restaurants. So the price on the menu is going to be the final price, but the law is also applying to booking sites for hotels, concerts, sporting events, airline tickets, even your utility bills. No more hidden fees, they're saying. Some sites like Ticketmaster, you might already have seen, give the customers the option to see the total cost up front. And I think we've all experienced some kind of hidden fee in one way or another.
Especially Ticketmaster.
That was the first thing I thought about, was Ticketmasters and concerts.
I'd love to see exactly what it's going to cost before I get to the checkout, you know.
I like the transparency as well.
And I just think, we recently just talked about this here locally with Duke Energy, right? Because my 2020 bill had just a total, hey, you're going to pay $75, right? But now I'm paying like 75 or 85 bucks, right? But it's like all listed out, all these different things, all these riders that I'm paying for that I had no idea I was paying for before, but I am paying for.
And I think, I remember that story, and since that story, unfortunately, I don't think Duke Energy did very well at explaining it because we've had so many calls of people saying, I know I have all these added fees on my bill, when it's really just a transparent breakout of what all the things you're being charged.
Yeah, they just wanted to let you know what you were paying for.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to know.
Sometimes you don't want to know. But this is what I will say. Always look at your bills, friends. Always look at those bills. We'll be right back.